UFC 300. Yeah, we got to salute.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Fucking awesome.
We were in, where were we, Charlotte? Saturday? We were in Charlotte, and we were able to watch it in the green room, and it was, that Max Gaethje fight was fucking insane.
Unbelievable.
Beast, bro.
Unbelievable.
I remember him doing that the first time. The let's bang in the middle of the ring. He did that against, what's the name? I forget. But I remember watching it being like, yo, that's so fire.
Yo, Kevin told me that was going to happen because Max is winning the whole fight. And then Kevin was like, yo, at the last 20 seconds, Max is going to do this shit where he's like, let's come in the center of the ring. Let's just swing on each other. It's like a thing he does. Like, let's just go for it these last 20. He just invites the guy to the center of the ring. He won, I think, every round. Maybe he lost one. Yeah. But to do that when you're winning against a guy with crazy knockout power, which apparently Gaethje has, I'm obviously a casual. But to see him do that and then deliver, unfucking believable. Calls him into the center of the ring. They start banging. Knocks Gaethje out clean with 2 seconds left. Yeah. Gets fight of the night and knockout of the night. Makes $600,000.
So far.
Unbelievable, dude. Yeah. Unbelievable. We were going nuts.
Yeah, it was just crazy. Just crazy to see.
Yeah.
I mean, Max was a huge underdog in this fight. Like, he's coming up in weight to meet Gaethje, and Gaethje is, I don't think, a small 155.
No, he looks big.
Yeah. So it's like, it was unbelievable. And it's tough because it's one of the things, like, you start to meet these guys and hang out with them, and you know, they're really sweet guys. So it's hard to root for one of them in there. So you're kind of rooting for the best fight, but the best fight often hurts both of them the most. Yeah. It's just, it was crazy. But Max is just such a fucking stud. And now here's this example of, like, he loses the 3 fights to Volk. You think his career is going downhill. Retirement might be coming up. All of a sudden, he gets a couple big wins. Yeah. And this one right here, now he's on top of the fucking world.
Yeah.
I wonder if he does it to win Fight of the Nights.
Wow.
Like I wonder if that's like his strategy. Like, or maybe
I think he's just a Hawaiian who likes to bang.
He loves to bang.
I think he's just a Hawaiian who loves to fucking
Because I was looking,
bang.
he's won like 7 Fight of the Nights.
So here's the thing that he said. He's like, I knew Justin would have given me that opportunity, so I gave it to him. What that means to me is he knows he's winning the fight. Yeah. And he's like, Justin would have given me the opportunity to get it back, to go all in and get it back with 10 seconds left, lose all the hard work he already put out there. Exactly. So I gave him the opportunity. So he knew he was that far ahead, and he still was willing to take that risk and give him that opportunity. So cool. He also has confidence in his chin. I think that's the big thing with Max, where he's just like, I know I can take a shot, but if I land... And there's another thing with Max, like, yes, he knocked out Korean Zombie with a big overhand right, but Max has never been known for one-punch power and has gotten these 2, like, really big knockouts recently. Now he's coming up in weight, and it looks like he did it right this time. Yeah. When he came up in weight and fought Dustin, he didn't do it right. Yeah. This, he looks like he actually trained. Like, he looked like he filled out. Like, his stature, he looked more muscular. Yeah. Maybe he has more power at this weight.
Maybe.
I mean, so cool.
I mean... So now, I mean, the world is his. He could go back down and fight Ilya. He could maybe fight Islam at 155. Like, he could do whatever the fuck he wants. And he's one of these guys who the people love. Like, he's such an endearing fighter.
Yes.
That the next fight is going to be pay-per-view. It's going to be for a belt, and it's going to be for crazy money. And he's going to fucking cash in. And what if he wins back the belt one more time? Oh, my God.
I wonder if it almost looks better for Gaethje, too. Because, like, if you lose in decision... I feel like that looks one way, but losing in like just a banging like ending, I feel like looks better.
Yeah, I mean, it shows that you want to engage. I think we'll always watch Justin fight no matter what. He's just such like an engaging fighter. Yeah. But the thing with Justin, I think Max brought this up, is like Justin didn't need to take this fight. Yeah. So Justin was in line probably to get a title shot. Mm-hmm. He's taking this fight, which is all risk and no reward. If he beats Max, everybody goes, well, yeah, you should have beat Max. You weigh more than him. Yeah. Like, your career's, you're
Max
more of an upside.
Yeah.
Exactly. So he has everything to lose, still takes it because he's that much of a gamer, and then he goes out in devastating fashion. But, yeah, I don't think that he's hurt. Like, I think anytime he's willing to fight again, we're showing up. Yeah. He just might not get, well, he definitely is not getting the belt. Mm-hmm. He's not getting the shot for the belt now. Can't get the shot for the belt off of L. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah. It was cool that Max acknowledged that, too. That was like the first thing he said, the post-fight.
Yo, Max is the fucking...
He's awesome.
He said this shit about the Ilya Taporia guy. Like, they're like, Ilya was kind of looking the other way after the knockout. And then Max... Initially, if you're Max, like a reporter's asking that question, they're trying to get a good soundbite out of you. Max, knee-jerk goes, well, I mean, I don't know who he is. Like, maybe he's socially awkward. He doesn't know how to behave in that moment. Like, he had this really, like, empathic reaction.
Yeah.
You just knocked the guy out. You got all the fucking adrenaline going through your system. It's easy to go, fuck that guy, I'm going to take him out. Instead, he goes, well, maybe he didn't know what to do with himself in that moment. Like, so what a beautiful thing to say.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's fire.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, and a thoughtful thing to say. Yeah. You are the guy, like, and also think of it, if you're Ilya, you just watch the guy that now you have to fight brutally knock someone out that was bigger than you by 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And box beautifully throughout the 5 rounds. Of course you're not going, awesome, let's go. You're thinking, you're like, how do I take this guy out? How do I beat him? Like, and you know the camera's going to be on you. Anyway, Max is a fucking man. Yeah, and hopefully Justin, you know, rests up and he's good. You know, shout out to Justin as well.
You know,
man.
what was also fire is Henry Cejudo and Kelvin Gastelum came to the shows in Tempe.
Yeah.
First of all, they're both fucking awesome guys. Shouts to you guys. But what was also cool, I had to miss the last fight of the night, the Pereira fight. Mm-hmm. And then they went and watched my set, then we all get off. And then I just hear them analyzing.
What were they saying? What was their takes on?
Well, they said something that was interesting about Pereira. I'm just like, this guy scares the fuck out of me. I'm so glad Izzy doesn't want to fight him again. We love Izzy. He's terrifying. And then Henry is like, he also is really good at picking his fights. He is fucking great, but he also picked very intelligently. And he has like a kind of like a mentor-mentee relationship with Kelvin a little bit. Okay. Where he's like, Kelvin, because Kelvin seems like he'll just fight anybody. I don't give a fuck. And he's like, Kelvin, look what Pereira did. He went at the big dogs, got title shots early, got guys that matched up with his style. He was very intelligent in how he picked his fights. And that's not to say he's not awesome. He's fucking awesome. But he also did it very intelligently. And I just thought that was a take where I'm such a casual. I'm looking at this guy like, oh, well, that's just God in a ring.
I think what
he
Kelvin
cannot be
is
touched.
Trying to say is that, like, he picked fights with guys that are known for their striking.
Yes.
And Poatan's strength is his striking. He's coming from kickboxing. Yeah. He doesn't have a big jiu-jitsu background. Yes. It's wrestling. He doesn't have it all. So what he's probably saying is if he was in there with a traditional wrestler,
it wouldn't be as good of a match.
Maybe it wouldn't be great. But that being said, he came into the UFC, and the UFC, I'm sure, brought him in for one reason. Mm-hmm. There's one guy on the planet that brutally knocked out their superstar named Israel Adesanya. Yeah. And that man is Poatan. Yeah. So they're like, if we get this guy in and we feed him a couple guys that he can knock out, we can build up this big fight, and boom, we're going to make tons of money. And it worked. And then they had another one, and it worked perfectly. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't, I don't think, as much him picking his fights. I think it was the UFC knowing, we want Izzy to fight this guy, because that's what everybody wants. Yeah. And then after that, the other people that have been the champs or the people in line have been strikers. Yeah. Like the fact that Jamal Hill wanted to strike with him. I mean, it shows Jamal's confidence in his striking, but shit. The next person that gets in there with them is going for the fucking legs.
Mm-hmm. And before the fight, we went to lunch, and then we're asking him about Jamal Hill's chances, and Henry was like, no. Pereira is different.
I mean, the first punch he throws, it concussed him. It was crazy.
Unbelievable. And to get...
And I like the hit that.
What was that?
The Kobby Lane, bro.
What is that?
The TikTok dude.
Oh, yeah.
Italian kid who'll like do some shit and then show how you should do it easier.
Yeah. That's funny you call him Italian. The black kid with little teeth. No, the black kid with little teeth.
The most clearly Italian.
Yeah. That's adorable. That was the most adorable woke shit I've ever seen in my life.
He's so Italian.
Listen, he's probably never been to Africa. You could call him the African kid, and everybody knows who the fuck you're talking about.
That guy's Italian, but I don't even see. Why is he African?
Sicilian?
Yeah, he might be Sicilian.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just fucking crazy, that fight. I mean,
I didn't. Yeah, so I just saw the highlights. He got tapped in the nuts. And then the ref was gonna do something, and he was just like, "Chill." Yeah. And then knocked the motherfucker out. Yeah. That's insane. Yeah. That's like Thanos type shit. Like, let him have fun.
How many fights has he had so far, Pereira?
Like, in the UFC?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not that many.
So many kickboxing, but in the UFC, not that many.
And I forget what it was. I think it was like 7, 8 fights. And he's knocked out, or he's beaten 5 belt holders. Yeah. It's like crazy. Like Strickland, Izzy, like. Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, in fairness, like he beat Strickland before he was a champ, but it's unprecedented.
Yeah. Now the UFC's killing it, and they just announced the McGregor fight.
Oh yeah,
like McGregor Chandler. So that's gonna be wild. Like, I mean, they're just killing it. They just keep on doing it. They have a great roster of fighters that and they've conditioned a style which is it rewards brutality. Mm-hmm. Like that's the thing. The fighters know if they go in there and perform, they make more money. Where boxing, they go, if I just win, I'll get more money. So a lot of times boxing matches don't have even close to the brutality because they have been rewarded for victory. Whereas UFC is, even if you lose in an exciting way,
that's the fight of the night shit. Like that is, they should keep that for every card.
It's so smart. Like that. That's the thing with UFC. It's more than just like, okay, yeah, we established this business and then we fucking put on some shows. It's the way you've curated a culture of fighting and the way that you've curated an expectation for your fighters and your fans. Because now, if the fighters go out there and fight an awesome fight, like for example, Aljamain went out there and he fought Cater, right?
That was awesome too. Yeah.
So
shout out.
He fought an awesome technical fight, dominated Cater, right? Like at one point suplexed him.
That was
DDT.
crazy.
It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as engaging and exciting as the UFC fans are used to, right? And he even acknowledged it. I think Dana like defended him. But he goes in there knowing it. And he's like, and he's in a tricky situation where he's like, this is how I know I can beat these guys. But if I want to make the most money, I'm going to have to take more risk and probably change certain aspects of my style or just do DDTs nonstop. Because he knows the culture of the UFC and what the fans want.
Yeah.
And that's important. Boxing did not have that.
Yeah.